Alex. No, actually, welcome to our podcast, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to our podcast. I am Alex Alvarez Madrid, and I am a college student at San Francisco State University.
And I'm Fernando Escobedo, and I am also a student at San Francisco State University, and we were both college athletes. Just to give a bit of background of who we are, I was a college athlete at City College of San Francisco for 2 years, and then I transferred over to San Francisco State University to play for 1 year. Then I decided to not pursue my last year so I can focus on school.
Yeah. My background's a little bit like complicated. Well, yeah, I played JUCO at City College. I did 2 years. First year was pretty difficult. Second year, I kind of caught my stride, and it was fun. Like, we made playoffs. We made a second round of playoffs, and we got knocked out. It was a really great experience. And then I had plans to try out for San Francisco State. But after winter break, I came back and I felt very burnt out, and like an array of other emotions that I felt like didn't really allow me to want to keep playing competitively anymore.
Yeah.
But before playing at JUCO, I played in Spain. I played in Madrid, and then the super low levels, basically like Sunday League. It's basically Sunday League, but in the Spanish Federation. Super competitive though, really competitive. And I kind of got recruited. I got recruited, but at the same time, it was like a new program that they wanted to start. They wanted to recruit a lot of Americans, and it was a really good experience. The only thing, it was like you had to pay to play, which is like.
So it was like the U.S.
Yeah, it was U.S. but in Spain, but it was if you didn't make it worth it, you weren't gonna get nothing out of it. And thankfully, it was a really long season. We're playing 9-8 months out of the year. And then at the end of the season, I was able to get a trial with Celta Vigo. It was with their youth B team. And those kids are insane. We're playing with some Spanish national kids, and they're on the national team, and it's insane. Yeah. And then I came back. Well, actually, I broke my foot after that. A little bit after that.
Really?
I
had no clue.
I broke my fifth metatarsal, my toe.
Doing what?
Dude, it was the season was gonna end, and I was having such a light training session. I was fucking around, or not fucking around. It's just the intensity wasn't there, and I do a Cristiano chop pass, and this guy just lands on my toe and just snaps it, or snaps it. It kind of snaps it, I guess. It was a clean snap, but yeah, it hurt a lot.
You were out after that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for maybe 3-4 months. And yeah, it took a little bit longer to recover because I tried to rush coming back. So I took a semester off of school and focused on working. Then after that, I went to City College to play, and then started my whole JUCO career, which is pretty interesting, pretty fun.
Well, a lot of people don't understand how, or individuals that didn't play college sports, they don't understand how going from college to JUCO, it's a big change, especially at level, just depending on what level you played. JUCO is completely different, especially at City College of San Francisco, so for short, CCSF. And especially that conference, it's a lot of kickball.
Yeah.
So kickball, kick, run, be the strongest guy you can out there, be the fastest guy you can. That was my experience. Yours was a little different, I'd say, maybe. but we had the same coach, so it was the
Yeah.
same tactics. Yeah, it's completely different. But with my background with soccer was, if I didn't mention it, I'm a goalkeeper, or I was a goalkeeper, and I'm not the tallest goalkeeper out there. I'd say about 5'11", or I am 5'11", and to be a goalkeeper, you need to be 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" to make it. Let's say D1, and that was my path or my goal to make it D1. My goal was ultimately to help my parents out with college, and hopefully they didn't have to pay for any for any tuition, and that did happen. But my path was a little strange. It was a bunch of ups, a bunch of downs, a bunch of ups, and then contemplating not playing anymore, almost quitting, deciding to not quit, and then that's when I found the love again. You know, so a little different than what you experienced, but and then going to CCF, SF State was completely different.
Why? Like what?
It was. You thought that, I mean, I don't want to talk bad about the program because the program is, you know, you do have good players and good teammates and you meet amazing people, but the team itself isn't really connected. We're not bonded in one. It's, you know, you have this group, you have this group, you have that group, and we're not really bonded into one. And you can't really grow as a team, especially when there's a bunch of JUCO players that come in and you only have about a year to two to grow as a team, and it's difficult because there's someone with an ego or someone else that doesn't want to play that style, and then it's just a whole mix up, and you're playing against individuals that have been in their system for 4 years, even 5 years, and they had time to grow with the program. And I personally think that's better, but you know, but that's just the whole.
I think that does have like a huge factor to play. Like, I think my first year at City, we had a lot of freshmen come in, including myself, and like obviously they're already second years there. I kind of knew some of the guys like from just like high school or things like that, and like we kind of knew each other, but obviously like everybody has their own like clique. So for me, like my first year wasn't like, it was kind of divided. Like you could definitely tell like there was groups, but then there was like some individuality that, I mean, like not necessarily in a bad sense. Like it was just it wasn't like how I would compare it to my second season, where it's like there was more of a leadership in our second year, I would say. Just even from like having you as a goalkeeper coach, just like kind of in the captain's years of like me, myself, and Isaac and Pierre, just like letting us know like you guys all have to be on the same page, you know, like you guys gotta actually like talk to each other and like be kind of vulnerable. And that's the conversations we had, just like with me and the other captain, Isaac. We kind of had those conversations. We're like, what should we really do? Like, we knew we weren't as good as what we could be, and I think having those conversations really helped kind of form a good kind of relationship with the other teammates, just setting the standard, you know. And as a result, like we did better in our second season than our first season, which is kind of crazy because on our first season we had like insane talent. So compared to our second season, where it's like we had kind of lost like our insane player, which like he's insane. Like he was really good, but he was what every play went through, and we may have that. So we kind of had to just play more as a team and count on each other more than just like a single player, which is pretty like massive shift, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, for me, let me just tell you that I don't necessarily think that having the best team, obviously I'm just telling you from my personal experience, having the best players doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be the best team out there. And my life experience my last year at CCSF spoke for it. We didn't have the best players. We faced teams that were better than us, that had better players, better individual talent. But what we had was what your team didn't have. So this past year, what they didn't have was your team. Yes, you guys did bond a bit more, like you mentioned, but you guys weren't connected. You guys still had individual players that didn't want to fit, that didn't want to, that didn't want to join the system and adapt to the system to become a team player. They still were all about me. My team was complete opposite.
Yeah.
We didn't have the best players. You know some of them, I think, but we defensively were insane. But we didn't have the best defense. We did have an amazing defender who has Tank. We had him, and then we had Sky Victor. Then we had obviously amazing wing backs. But besides that, though, when it came to talent, we weren't as a team. We weren't talented. We had individual talent, like I said, but we made it far. And what we did was, it's kind of odd, what we call team showers. I don't know if you guys know that. We had team showers, and
you gotta elaborate on that.
By the way, we never showered naked. It was a way for us to also bond outside of the field. What we would all do is after trainings, most of us, I'd say 90% of us, or sometimes just depending, like what your schedule looked like, we would spend time in the locker room, chat, discuss, and then we had showers, right outside our lockers. So we would just go and shower, and then we would also just discuss, and we sometimes cut hair in the showers because it was a big shower. It's not like your typical shower that you're thinking about.
Yeah,
it's
huge.
Think about like a commercial gym. Yeah. Where there's no curtains, there's nothing. It's just open. You just turn on the water hose, and it's like a little fucking hole right there. It's like a little, just a little hole going down.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
It's just like that, and you were there, so you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not sure if your team did that, but we would take showers every game, every practice. And then what we did too was in the trainer's room, we had ice baths, like actual ice baths where it would measure the temperature and so on and so forth. And we would always, after training, some of us would go and do an ice bath, and just talk.
Yeah.
And then also what we did was we would bond outside of that. We would sometimes go get food. We would go to the girls' games and bond there. So we did a bunch of bonding. Yeah. We had our ups and downs, but ultimately though, that team was like, we were connected. Yeah, obviously, now we're not because we're not playing anymore. Yeah. But that's what we had, and we made it very far. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we didn't make the playoffs, but we still made it very far. For what we had. What we. Yeah.
You guys didn't make it to the playoffs?
No, we did make it. We just didn't make it to the Final Four because that year was when they had extended it from I think only 4 playoff games or 3 playoff games, and then the Final Four became 4 or 5, I think. So it's not what you got, what you came into, but for us, I think before it was 3 games, for sure, maybe 4, but I know that it was between 3 and 4, and then the Final Four, and then it became 4 or 5, I think, I forgot. But then I had to play more games because then they added more teams. Yeah. So more teams could make it. But
that's crazy.
I mean, they don't know this, but are you thinking about continuing playing sports?
So like when I came back from vacation, I was just like trying to get ready for some kind of tryout that maybe could happen. Just like stay ready.
Just continue talking.
Just stay ready for whatever could come, like I told myself that, like, obviously, like, one last kind of dance, one last dance, like, see what's up.
Like the Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Series.
Just
Final dance. Last dance.
To see what possibilities could arise. Because I know I'm not bad.
No.
I think, and I'm also, like, not the fucking greatest. Yeah. I think I'm good enough to play mid to low tier.
Well, you work hard. That's the one thing that most people don't have.
Yeah, I think that's one of my like traits. Where just like I think I work great, right? But yeah, and I would have to like kind of mark market myself to a specific school if I really wanted to play it. I didn't really have the money. I don't have the money to really go anywhere I want. Like, yeah, there's like other schools like up north in Oregon or fucking
Or
Kansas.
even the Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah, like that I could go to and play at, but
You're just not gonna enjoy
I'm
that.
not gonna want to pay that much just to play 2 more years. So that and feeling kind of burnt out, I guess. Like my few training sessions back, I was like, damn, like this is. I feel like I'm forcing myself. So I mean, I've always liked working out, running, like the gym. Like I really like doing that. So I kind of just like focus on that for a while, and kind of just like playing pickups. Like just kind of having fun.
It's fun, yeah.
Like it's super fun. Like just we have an intramural team. Like we had our first game last week. Like super fun.
By the way, someone didn't recruit enough players.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a 9v9, and we had 8 players. 1 girl, we need 2 girls on the field. 1 girl didn't show up. Almost. Crazy. She had jeans. I'm not gonna say her name, but she was actually a good player.
Yeah.
But she had no actual sports attire. Then she asked if she can put on jean shorts to play, and then we're like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah. So
but,
it's like, yeah, I mean, just that's like the fun of it, like the environment that comes with like playing for fun, like banter, like fucking around with like your teammates, your homies, especially your homies, right? Like you get on them for missing a clear chance or something like that. Like it's super fun, and you don't really have to kind of exceed expectations.
There's no expectation.
Yeah, there's no expectation
to succeed, and what I mean by succeed is there's no expectation to be perfect. There's no expectations to, like you said, to make the right pass every single time because you're out there for fun.
Yeah, and like I thought like it was gonna be. I've always thought like I won't play for fun. Like I can only play competitively. Like it's not fun if it's not competitive, But most of the places we're playing at, like it's pretty competitive. Like Bolo, intramurals are pretty comp, just because like I don't know, like it's a different style of play, and not everyone's like at the same level, so that makes a big difference. But I'm not like completely done with soccer, just because I might play this spring. But Nando's like completely done, so he's kind of. But even so, like I did have like a slight identity crisis when I was done playing. Like I was like,
Tell me about it.
Like,
Tell me about it. I've been out for almost a year and a half of not playing competitive soccer anymore. Yeah, it's a big change, very big change from being a college or sort of from having the title of student athlete to then just having the title of being only a student. Like, there's a big change, very big change. I mean, there's a lot of pros, a lot of cons, depending on what stage you're on. It's like what I mean by stage is if you're emotionally checked out, if you're ready to hang up your boots, if you still love the sport, and so on and so forth. I mean, I can touch a little bit more on that because I have more experience on that.
Did you feel like when you finished playing, like, did you just feel like a roaming blob? Like, did you feel like useless? Like, did you not feel like?
Actually, no, I didn't, because I was already mentally checked out. So my last year, so it was 2023 or 2022 at CCSF. That year, leading up to that year, so from the spring of 2022 to the season, so fall of 2022, the best soccer I have ever played in my life, the most fun I have ever had in my life playing soccer, because during the summer, I was playing futsal, a lot of futsal, because that's what I did every summer. Just played futsal to have fun, and it was the best thing ever. I'm telling you, I would work, because I worked at a training facility, train from 7 to 8:30, shower, be out by 8:40, go work, or team meeting, work, be out by 3, and then if it was a Thursday and Friday, go back. So just go home, eat real quick, go back to the training facility around I think 6:30 and or 7:30 I think, I forgot what time, and then play up until like 10:45 to 11 and futsal, and it was 8 minute games, and it was elimination where if you win you stay on, if you lose you're off. So I'm telling you, I played so much soccer, but I was doing it for fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I'm sorry, that's the best I've ever played. You never got to see me, but
No.
that's the best I've ever played. You can ask Tang Adrian, he knows, you know, or Junior, you know, people that were with me my last year, you know, where I was at my best. But the year before that though, I was already mentally checked out. Like I didn't want to play anymore. So the fall of 2021.
Oh, okay.
I was already checked out. I didn't want to play. I didn't want to be there. I was just done. I was at CCSI. No, CCSI. I was done. I didn't I was gonna quit. That's when I mentioned I was gonna quit. And Sean, your coach, he's one of the ones that convinced me to not quit and to stay. And then, cause you know my relationship, or you know my relationship with the head coach, it's like very rocky. It's very rocky. But he's the one who convinced me. I stayed longer than I think I personally think I should have, but it was something I had to do though, you know?
Yeah.
Like life isn't, you know, easy, and you're not gonna do, you know, you need to, like how I see it, you know, there's a stepping stone that you first need to get to, and it can be probably like a higher reach, but you first need to get past that stone to be able to then, you know, enjoy what's at the other end. But I mean, that's how I saw it. I had to just, like I like to say, dug it out and just go through it, not play. And then my last year, and then once I was done with that season, 2022 season, so my last year at CCSI, once the season was over, I was contemplating not playing anymore. I was like, if I don't get money from school, I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm just gonna go to school, and I was telling people I was gonna join a frat. I was gonna join a frat. I was gonna go to San Diego and join a frat. And it sounds terrible, but this was during my party phase, you know, where I just wanted to party and drink. And I told myself all I'm gonna do is join a frat, you know, complete my major, do my master's there, and just drink. Damn. And just you know, probably a little bit. I said a bit more, but I can't touch on that. But yeah, that happened. But then I got here. I met a lot of great people. You know, if I wouldn't have said it, I wouldn't have met you, because I met you at CCSI.
Yeah,
when I was coaching. When I was coaching, that's how we met. But yeah, no. But going back to the question you asked, though, I didn't have a crisis because I was already mentally checked out for a few months. But it did hit me though.
Right.
During the winter, not an identity crisis. It was more of, damn, like what am I gonna do now? I have so much time. I have so much freedom now. I don't have, you know, to go to practice every day. I don't need to, you know, focus on doing the right thing on the field or whatever. Obviously, still need to do the right thing off the field, but not on the field, and just have whatever fun. So I did not touch the ball for a few months. I think it was close to 6 months. I did not want to touch the ball, and if someone threw me a ball, or like, because obviously I lived at a soccer house, I would pick it up with my hands and throw it back to them because I didn't want to touch it with my foot. I didn't want to touch it with my foot. You didn't know this, but I did not want to touch it with my foot. I would actually just grab it and throw it back at them or roll it back. Like I didn't want to touch it because I didn't love the sport. Like I told people that I hated the sport at that point. You know, and then I didn't want to do any of that, and then finally I asked to coach because I needed money. And then I loved coaching. It was one of the best things I think I had done so far in the last year of coaching. Yeah, but I think that's what also allowed me to, you know, go from being a title of student athlete to just student. Doing that coaching on the side, like gave me that, you know, brought me back to the sport in a way where I wasn't playing, where I was able to help.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, you're gonna probably feel that eventually.
Well, I kind of am feeling that now, just like because I don't like to attach myself now as like, oh, I'm Alex, I play soccer.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm Alex now. You know, like, I think, like, like before it was just like, oh, I'm Alex, like, I carry some kind of status symbol. Like, I started, like, I kind of wanted to play, like, in college. Like, obviously because of level, or like, yeah, like D1, D2, whatever, D3, like, you know, there's like, kind of like status that comes with it, or like perceived status.
There is. I mean, it's good and bad.
Yeah, but like, for me, I was just like, dude, like, you get some sick gear, you walk around with your teammates, or like I said, like, we kind of like felt that way as well, where it's just like, you know, you just walking with a limp, cause you played 90 minutes yesterday, you know.
That's how it was actually.
Yeah.
During the spring season, during the opening, what is it? The preseason games.
Yeah.
When we had double days, we would all when the players weren't playing, and it was like the break time, so like 30-40 minute break. The players that weren't gonna play, like in the next 5 minutes, we would go to the quad to what's that place called? Where the food is at the deli? You know what I'm talking about? The one in the middle?
Yeah.
By
Cesar Chavez building?
No. The one where they sell a bunch of like
it's like a
sandwiches. Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah.
Cafe Rosso.
Yeah, state, right?
Yeah. Cafe. Have you not gotten food from there?
Yeah, I think.
Cafe. Yeah, but from Cafe Rosso, like right outside Cesar Chavez, we would all walk there, and sometimes some people had ice bags on their on their knees, on their obviously to recover too. But I remember people would just look at us and say, obviously some of them thinking the fuck is wrong with them, like they look hurt that why they're wearing this stuff if they never play sports, and they would look at us, and sometimes people would come up to us and say, hey, you know, like what time you playing? Hey, oh shit, like I want to join the team. Hey, how can I join the team? Oh, how'd you do it?
Yeah.
And so on, you know.
Exactly.
So,
but I think that kind of feeling can transcend in coaching.
It can, yeah.
When there's a kid asking you like, oh, like how'd you do this, or like they want to learn more about your journey, you know. Even though like you may minimize it, like, oh yeah, I played at state, whatever, or oh yeah, like I played in Spain or whatever, like oh like in its truest sense, like it's impressive to someone.
It is impressive, yeah.
To someone, you know. So when I started coaching my client, I guess.
Oh, the young kid, yeah.
Yeah, like he had questions about that, and I gave him kind of like a rundown, but I keep trying to minimize it because I don't want to feel like come off so like
arrogantly.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's just like the bad rep that athletes make it, just like coming off super arrogant when
yeah,
in reality, like even in like the workforce, like you kind of have to speak in a very arrogant way to kind of make an impression on people, which is what I'm figuring out now when I've shifted more towards working and like trying to see what's next for my career. I'm a communications major, so I'm looking into marketing or communicate or like what is it called? Community relations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And just like trying to build relationships, meeting new people, and so that's what I definitely found out about the workforce. You gotta like be super arrogant. Or not arrogant, just like put yourself out there. Just like let people know like what you're about.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
I mean, if you don't mind, I also think that having a title, like a bunch of people want to have a title, like you mentioned, they want to have a title. It can be, oh, I'm a soccer player for da 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 da. Oh, I play soccer for this da 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 whatever. Oh, I work for my name is da da da. I work for da 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 da. Like a bunch of people want to have
exactly.
They basically want to be able to have something over you in a sense where oh shit, you work there, damn, I work at this bigger company.
Yeah.
Oh, you work there, damn, or sorry, you're coaching there, damn, I'm coaching here.
Yeah.
Oh, you played for that school, oh, I played for this school. Just what we say, they're trying to up one on
Yeah.
or however you say
One
it.
up you.
Yeah, they're trying to one up you. And for me, I kind of don't like that, or I actually don't like that because my thing is, what I like to say at times that I don't necessarily like to say to you at times is not talking about you, by the way, but it's the comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
Like comparing yourself to other people, because I caught myself doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with social media now that I'm posting,
Yeah.
I caught myself doing that where I compare myself to someone else. But the thing is though, they've probably been doing it for longer, and they've also they're already at a different stage than I am.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like even if they're brand new, it's like I try to not compare myself, because then that's when I catch myself saying, "Damn, I suck. My content isn't good. I'm not like what can I do to become them?"
Yeah.
I minimized that sort of attitude and behavior, but it's a learning process, especially because right now I like say we're in a crisis where we're both gonna graduate this year.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe.
we're trying to figure something out, like who
Yeah.
are we? Because
Exactly.
I've been done with soccer for a while now. You haven't, but I've been done. But still, I still think about it like I'm done with soccer, but I don't feel like a soccer player or like a college athlete. But I still have that crisis, like, damn, I spent so much time from 18 years of my life doing this to now trying to figure other stuff out. So that's when now. I mean, obviously know they don't, that I'm trying to get my pre-license and get my real estate agent, and I'm gonna do my masters and so on and so forth. So I'm doing things, but when you see no income, that's when you think, holy shit, like what am I doing right now with my life? Like you feel worthless, you feel useless, you feel like you brought up, answer that question. You feel like you don't bring value to your family, to your world, to your peers, to your friends, and so on and so forth. When you want to do something, your friends ask you, hey, do you want to go do this? And it involves spending money. You don't want to say, I mean, obviously, I say no if I really, right now, I just don't want to spend money that I'm not bringing in.
Yeah.
But you feel like, damn, I don't want them to not go and do it because of me, because they want to make me feel good.
That is true. I think, well, for me, like, it's a little bit different because I knew from a younger age, like, what kind of player I was. I knew, like, reach for the stars, but, like, kind of, like, I'm not going to play pro. Like, I think I figured that out, like, pretty early on, and I just kind of, like, wanted to maximize my abilities. So I kind of worked a lot while playing soccer, like, always. So kind of preparing myself for the workplace or like the workforce while in school or while playing soccer. But like I feel like there's a lot of people who don't prepare themselves for what's to come after, because like honestly, like they can be like super good, right? Like, and like you want to focus 100% on soccer, which you definitely should do if you're insane, right?
Or if you're committed and you have the income.
Because that definitely brings you joy. But also, like, there's going to be a time where you're not going to be playing anymore. So, like, I think there should definitely be more, like, resources, I guess, to kind of integrate athletes to the workforce.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it is super hard because everyone is different. And like everyone's like careers end differently, or they might end up with like a negative thought to soccer or whatever sport they play. Mine is kind of like positive because I'm still in sports. Like I work in sports, so it's like kind of positive. But I do get like FOMO, like playing. Like I originally said I wasn't gonna play this season in the spring. And then they released all the teams we're gonna play in the spring. And it was like, fuck.
I saw that,
Like, dude, we're playing like some good teams, So I'm just like, shit, like maybe I could make time to play and kind of switch up my whole schedule. And it does like make my schedule super tight. But I think
you want to see if something's gonna come out of that.
Not really.
No?
I think I just wanna like play.
You just want to enjoy the last few months that you have left of playing competitively, like running competitively in college,
Yeah.
or potentially, you know, if nothing comes up?
I just want to play like in an organized high level, like to really like I guess absorb it, like really like kind of a farewell, you know, I guess.
Yeah.
And just enjoy, I guess, play with my friends, you know, like this is like the last time we'll ever play together. Like Calvin might fucking go back to Vietnam.
Really?
Like after he graduates, that's what he plans to do.
He wants to go back.
Yeah, to like work.
Oh, because his family's
Yeah.
never about that. Yeah.
But so like for, like a lot of our friends that like are super close friends now, like we're not gonna have like we're all gonna build separate lives. Like we're probably not gonna see each other again. You know?
I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know. You tend to
Well,
go,
like,
but
you know,
I
like-
tend to stay in the peninsula. When I mean by peninsula, I mean in the Bay. You know, in the peninsula, I mean, I'm not gonna say exactly where, but think about San Mateo County. You know, San Francisco
My point
County.
is like you never know what's gonna happen. You know,
Yeah.
like a lot of shit could happen, and you could just end up moving, or you know, you get a different job, your schedule's don't align. You know, shit like that.
Or I might try to climb a fucking cliff again and fall this time
Yeah, fucking
and go
die or
backwards.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that can happen. So just like cherishing, really, actually, really genuinely cherishing every moment you get to play with your friends is super important to me. So when Isaac begged me to, he begged me, bro, like begged me to play. I was like, you know what, maybe let's do it. Yeah.
You know what we need to then cherish in every moment? Team showers.
No, I don't. I mean, we kind of did that, but like
No, I mean
it
team
would it wouldn't be like hell of us in the shower.
Oh, it was always, bro. We would sometimes like take up every single,
Really?
about every single. Well, some of them didn't work.
The max was like 3 heads for us,
Not,
4 heads.
not for us, but some of them didn't work, obviously, or
Yeah.
some of them the water was just like, you know, when a guy's peeing and it's like the last little dribble with a little.
Okay. Yeah.
Was like that, or it was like a straight shooter that just hurt.
Yeah.
So, you
really?
know, it's like
I
those.
never got
Some
that
of those
one.
waters were like the straight shooters that hurt. No, I'm not talking about pee. I'm talking about the.
No, yeah.
Like some of them were those where it was rare, but sometimes you'd get those, or sometimes the water just didn't warm up. So we would sometimes also scatter. Like we would be one person gap, one person gap, one person gap. And then I remember one time the football guys were walking in, and then they saw us all showering, and someone's like, "Oh, fruity ass motherfuckers," and we're like, "Okay, cool." I'm like,
Yeah.
you know.
Damn.
No, but you should. I mean, we should cherish every
Like
moment.
even intramurals, like because like even right now, like I don't see Calvin as much as I did. I was like, damn, bro, like what's Calvin up to? I haven't seen Lawrence in like fucking a month.
I thought you went to Shake Shack.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't go. We didn't go.
Did you not work that day or what?
No, we didn't go that day to Shake Shack.
No.
Like I haven't seen, like you know, there's like so much time I'm spending with like my homies, you know, because they're my teammates for
Yeah.
I like really really great bonds with. So I think that's just like damn. I wish I could spend some more time with these guys, but you know, then if you're not playing soccer, then well for me I have to be working or I have to be in school. So I have to be doing something to kind of just not stand still.
Like people say, to kill the time.
Yeah, like because if I stop playing soccer and I'm not doing anything, dude, that's a lot of time.
Oh.
Yeah, because like you can go to the gym for like 2 hours, right? And then go on a run for an hour, 3 hours out of your day. But soccer would take like 6 hours out of your day.
I actually did, yeah. I remember my training schedule. How I told my training schedule when I was playing? When I was before, so the spring of 2022, when I started to enjoy it again. Did I tell you?
At City, right?
At City and then the summer.
Yeah, I think so.
Did I tell
But
you?
you could.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They don't know about it.
They don't know about it.
Yeah. Athlete here. Athlete.
Go for it.
But I mean, you can tell me your schedule because you work too, so yours is a little different than mine. I mean, I did also work, but mine was because I didn't live in SF. You know this, obviously. I didn't live in SF at that point. I would commute here. At that point, I was taking BART because driving was just a lot of mileage. Had to get tires more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
Then new brakes, sooner than I wanted to. Oil would change. So whatever, a lot of things like I'm gonna take BART, it's cheaper. Started taking BART, would leave what 9 in the morning, 9:30. Get to school around 11:30 because it was a hour and 50-minute BART ride. And then obviously train, go lockers, change, train. Be done around 2:30. Commute back, so another hour and 50, hour and 55. Just on the BART itself. I'm not talking about the commute being back home.
Yeah.
And then after that, get home, eat. I would spend probably at my house probably like 2 hours, sometimes 3. Eat some food, chill, do homework, and then go back out and train to where I used to work at Copa Training Center. I would go back out, get there around 7:30, 8. I would lift. Not every day wasn't soccer focused, but I would lift, stretch, and usually use what we call the cube, and it was a. Do you know what the cube is? At Copa? Yeah, it slides. 6 different
sections
or 8 different cubes on each side, so it's a cube, and then ball launchers in the middle, and there's top corners, whatever, and then you wouldn't know where they don't obviously you wouldn't know where the ball was coming from what launcher and what cube you needed to kick it at or pass it, but you would know because it would beep, it would go beep beep, where the ball's coming out of. Then you have to find the cube with the light up, with the lights on.
Yeah.
Or where the light is turned on, so you know where to go. But regardless, do that. Leave around sometimes earliest 10:45 or 10:30, latest 11. Go back home, sleep, wake up. Do it again. I usually did that minimum at least 4 times during the week, and then on Sundays I would obviously not because we didn't train on Sundays. I would go back out and then be there. I think it was around usually sometimes noon or like 3, and be there for like 3 hours or 4, and just do cardio, workout, and then use a cube again to work on my soccer techers or whatever. And then in summer I always set the schedule. Wake up, be there by 7, train, do pickup usually if there was no pickup, work out, be done by 8:30, shower, work. Thursday, Fridays, play again from 7:30 or like 8, I think, whatever, up until like 10:30, 10:40. So it was like a 2-hour thing.
Yeah.
And like my schedule was like that for 6 months. Also I was able to do this because I don't know if you knew, but I was freshly out of a relationship at that point in my life. And I had so much time now, and I was like, I put all of my effort and energy and emotions into that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I spoke to no girls.
Yeah.
Like if a girl came towards me, or sorry, if I was around a girl or girl in class, whatever, I'm telling you, I head down, just thought about soccer, what I can do to improve.
Yeah. For
6 months straight, I'm telling you, it was like that. And then the season came up, so I couldn't do it as much, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to start to live in the city.
Yeah. That's pretty intense.
It was, but
it was fun.
It was fun. It was so much fun.
You enjoy it sounds like so crazy fun. And like it sounds like how do you do it? No, that's just so fun.
It was
It's so fun.
It was like the best time I've ever had playing sports.
Yeah.
Best, because like we mentioned before, we were doing it for fun. I was doing it for fun. I wasn't doing it obviously to improve, but I was having fun in that process. Yeah. Like I was telling you, like the best soccer I've ever played in my life. Best on the field, and obviously on the field because I didn't like playing goalie.
So
I'm a goalkeeper. I was playing the field, so that's why my techers at that point were.
No wonder, yeah.
Like that's why.
That makes sense.
I mean, obviously now you can't see it because I don't play it that much anymore.
Came in on Wednesday, fucking.
I don't play anymore like that, so
it's
like you can't see as much because I've gone a few months or a year and a half actually of not playing.
Yeah.
Like small-sided games. I was coaching. That's different.
Yeah, but I mean, even like I'd come out, like if you train the keepers, like your technique was still on, kind of, like shot wise.
Oh yeah.
And then on Wednesday, you're just all over the place. Like last week, we were playing everywhere else. But like,
high five.
You're just playing with like the smile on your face the whole time, and I think this is hella funny. Or just like, it's like. that's what's about, I guess.
Oh yeah, we're just there to have fun. You know, what's the point of being fucking angry? Like the team that we were playing, they're fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
They're fucking saying we're shit. And I'm like, dude, it's not that serious. It's fucking intramurals. It's co-ed. It's not that serious. Yes, be competitive, but don't try to hurt one another. Because bro, I'm not joking. I'm not sure if you felt that way, but sometimes when they're going into tackles, but they were going studs up.
Yeah.
Their feet out. I'm like, dude, fuck up. Screw that. I'm not gonna put my foot in there. Because one of them did actually step on me, bro. Then I got home and I was like, why is my foot sore? But I didn't feel it because, adrenaline was right through my body. And then I'm like, bro, why is the top of my foot sore? And then I woke up next time like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why? I'm like, dude, I didn't fucking run 15 miles or 10 like we did last week. I'm like, the fuck was that?
Well, partly because, they're fucking probably not. They don't. Like a lot of the people we're playing, they're not really. They play, but they don't have that much control over what their body does, kind of.
Yeah.
But I think I also what that brings to mind is how do you push yourself like you did at soccer? Because me, actually, last week I was like, dude, I haven't pushed myself. I don't feel like I'm exerting myself like I did when I was in season or off season. I was like, damn, I feel kind of lazy. So that's why I told you, let's go run a half marathon.
Yeah. No, we did.
That's when
marathon.
That's when I was like, okay,
we did more than just half a marathon, dude. You said a half marathon. We ended up doing 15 miles.
Yeah.
And then we had 1,000 feet of elevation in total.
Yeah, which is insane.
That's a lot of fucking elevation, especially for both of us. We don't run 15 miles on a usual.
Yeah, no.
It's like a rare
we run, but
we don't do 15. Probably max for me.
We wouldn't do more than 10 miles.
No, in a day, usually 10. But I mean, we did fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go on our page, you can. I'm gonna post it soon, but he posted his. You posted yours. The views were just amazing.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. We got views of the Golden Gate Bridge. We got views of Land's End. So that's in San Francisco. If you get the chance, obviously.
Yeah.
They should, whoever gets to see this.
It's really pretty.
Check it out. Yeah.
Pretty. San Francisco is really, really nice.
It's a very nice place to be. It's just depending on what you're looking for,
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think I'm starting to like it a little bit more, but just being around that area, has really allowed me to enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts for podcast? I mean, did we even say what our name was? What our podcast name is?
Yeah, podcast. What is it?
As of now, we're just gonna call it Fern and Madrid's podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Or Nando's and Madrid's podcast.
Whatever sounds better. I don't know.
Yeah, whichever one sounds better. But we're gonna try to post or do at least 2 podcasts per week. Try. If not, then one of them will probably just be me. But at least try to do the both of us.
Yeah.
So, because then it won't be Fern and Madrid's podcast. It'll just be Fern's podcast.
Yeah.
But we'll try. Yeah, but when we get following.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna have 1 viewer.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we get following, I would love questions.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not just gonna be talking about sports. That's just what we want to talk about right now.
We could probably do it ask our Instagram followers.
We can too. Yeah, we can go around and asking people what to talk about. We can ask what people know. But besides that, though, thank you for tuning in.